Well, a little wet out there. I don't think there'll be any question about taking the rain gear today. As you step out the doors, we have rain up and down the Sound. We did get a little bit of a break yesterday, but it was a cool day out yesterday. We only got into the mid-40s. Of course, that's only a couple degrees below normal. I think, at least for me, I'm still adjusting to the cooler temperatures, though they haven't gotten quite as cool as they sometimes do this time of the year. You can see what I was talking about in terms of the rainfall. Pretty much a huge area of rain covering all of western Washington. Kind of see the back edge out there in the distance, so that front's going to be moving through as we head towards probably by mid-afternoon, as we'll see the steady rain turn to off and on showers for the off and on commute. It won't dry out entirely, but it won't be as wet as what we're looking at this morning, which is pretty much rain up and down that Puget Sound I-5 corridor. Looking wet there in Everett, and all the cameras looking like they've got a pretty good coating of rain on the camera lens starting off today, but no wind out there at all. Looking pretty calm there from our Tacoma Tower cam shot. You can see, looking at the 7-day forecast, quite a few raindrops were used in the making of this graphic, and we've got a couple of times we see a little bit of a break kind of here and there, but overall we're going to be in a wet pattern for the next 7 days. The good news is that most of the time we seem to have a little bit of a pause. We're getting brushed by some atmospheric rivers, but they don't stall over us. They kind of move on through, give us a pretty good shot of rain, and then they move on, which allows some of the water to drain off before the next one comes through. And at least at this point, it looks like if we do see any flooding, it'll be towards the middle of next week, and probably only minor by and large. So, but we'll definitely track that as we get closer and the models get more accurate. Checking the satellite image, you can see we do have this big arc here. That high pressure is still sitting out there, but it's beginning to drift a little bit to the south and east, and also starting to flatten out a little bit, which is going to allow systems to increasingly move over the top of it and be a little bit stronger, and it'll bring in more direct shots of moisture headed our way, which is what's going to be giving us increasingly wet weather as we head into next week. And it's also going to drive those snow levels up at times to about 5,000 to 6,000 feet, which is not what we want to hear in terms of getting the ski areas open. Checking the passes, no problems at all. Kind of a rain-snow mix at Snoqualmie, but barren wet pavement, no restrictions at all for Snoqualmie. Traction tires are advised if you're headed across Stevens Pass. And looking at the forecast for Snoqualmie, you see it's seeing some wet snow this morning, but then those snow levels go up as we head towards this afternoon. It's more of a rain-snow mix, with the rain finally pointing out as we head towards the evening hours. Stevens Pass, though, is going to be looking at snow today, and they could pick maybe 6 to 8 inches up during the day today, so that'll be helpful all the way down to the base of the area, so that'll be definitely helpful for getting the ski area open. Overall for today, rain at times today and tomorrow, gradually warmer, getting to the low to mid 50s as we head towards the weekend. A little bit of a break Saturday with off and on showers, but rain moves back in again and sticks with us Sunday all the way through Wednesday, and those high temperatures stay above normal in the low to mid 50s.